Tomo, the Flower family's got to be one of the oldest and most famous Angus cow lines in Australia. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, we first started in 1969. My father went to the Walla dispersal, and the Flower family there had been prolific for the Sandersons, and we bought 2 cows back in 1969. Since then, they've bred on marvellously for us here at Millah Murrah to become arguably or certainly one of 2 of the main cow families in our herd. And not just at Millah Murrah, flowers have been prolific throughout the Australian Angus industry. You know, the flowers pop up behind all sorts of great bulls such as Glenlock Megaforce. So it's a family that's bred on, and certainly one of the great cow families, not just at Millah Murrah but in the Australian Angus breed. The cow on screen now, Ben, is Flower C15. She's a 1407 daughter from a Woody W100 cow. She's got a daughter in the sale who's a donor cow for us, E18. And she's got a 24J daughter that we retain, G41, who have to be one of the best heifers we've bred. She sells with a heifer calf at foot by Emperor. This is Flower C69. She's a Crusader of Stern daughter who's given us 26 progeny across a number of herds. C69's produced 6 bulls for us at an average of $9,500. Included in that was 3 sons of 469 who sold in 2011 to gross us $30,000. She's sold over $20,000 in embryos. We've got 3 outstanding sons of Danoon Evident coming forward at our spring bull sale. She sells with a Berkeley calf at side, and she's clearly one of the outstanding cows in the sale. The cow you've got on screen there, Ben, is Flower C76. She's an HA Power Alliance over a Henry VIII daughter. She's a young cow, well and truly on the rise here for us. She's had, of the 4 calves she's had to date, plus the one at side, she hasn't missed a beat. Her first 2 calves were bulls, sold for $8,000 and $6,000. Her third calf, G43, is a daughter of homebred bull D105, who's an outstanding young heifer who we'll get some footage of, I think. And I'd expect she'll come into the donor program this year or at least next year. C76 has given us an excellent evident heifer in the yearling group, and she sells with an RM Ironstone heifer at side. She's certainly a cow that I've got masses of regard for, and she'd certainly be a cow I'd recommend for use in a donor program. This is D22, Flower D22. She's a daughter of Forrest Benno, who was the high-selling bull of all time at the Forest Stud, and she comes from a Woody W100 cow. She's a massive volume cow, as we can see. She's had sons sell to $6,000, and she's got a really bright prospect at side there, and the D78 son that's at her side. So masses of doing ability, and this is the sort of cow that, you know, we build our foundation on. This is Flower D77. She's actually got a twin in the sale, D82. They're peas in a pod and excellent producers. D77 is a W100 daughter, and in fact comes from the 3 linchpins really for us over the last 20 years in W100, New Design 036 and Hingai 469. She's bred well for us. Bulls have sold to a top of $7,000, and she sells with an Emperor bull calf at side. We've got Flower D82 here. We just filmed her sister a little while ago, her twin sister, in Flower D77. Obviously got the same pedigree there, and W100 036 and the 469 background, which has just been so wonderful for us in producing foundation females. D82 is a really top prospect. She had a cracking son of Interstate Carbine in the bull sale last year that sold for $10,000. He was a hell of a calf, sold very early in the catalogue. So she's a cow I've got a real regard for, and she comes forward, she'll present with an Emperor heifer calf at side at the sale.
Tomo, I know what this cow can produce. It's amazing. Tell me a bit about it.
Yeah, she's got a couple of good bull calves that you and I just went and saw.
Rippers, mate.
Yeah,
Rippers.
we'll get a bit of that footage into this video if you're any good. E172, she's a young cow, obviously, and we flushed her as a heifer. I really liked her pedigree and backed that. She's a Burramukka Neutron daughter. In her pedigree, 469 appears 3 times, and he's just a bull that I continue to go back to, and we'll go back to again and again. So that wonderful doingies that we get from that pedigree is what we see here in this cow. She's a moderate cow, beautiful, balanced type, and a great udder. She's on the point of calving now, and she'll actually calve to the Millah bull we bought, E158, who he's got 469 in his background too. So the calf's going to come through with a fourth line of 469 in the pedigree. So she's a young cow. You know, those 2 Ironstone bulls are right at the top of that drop, and thick as you'd want, and magnificent muscle pattern. So she looks like she's a really top prospect, E172. A cow you'd certainly want to jump in and put into a donor program.
Yeah, I agree.
This is Flower E63. She's a KMK Alliance daughter with a typical KMK udder setup. He's a wonderful udder improver, that bull. She's given us only heifers to date, but they've been keepers. And she comes forward with a conversion bull calf at side. That's Silvera's conversion. He's a bull I encountered in America in 2011. These will be the first progeny. These are the first progeny to be born in Australia. Look, my intuition is that's just a really good mating there with conversion over E63. Of course, time will tell, but I've got fairly high hopes for the calf. We've got Flower E103 here, Ben. She's a Tamania Infinity daughter out of a Woody W100 cow, and you can see the result of that, some real doing ability, real thickness and softness. She's had one bull for us so far that made $7,500, and the heifer at her side that will sell at her side is by D78, and I guess that's a pretty logical mating to put D78 over the thickness and doing ease of Infinity and coupled with Woody. So hopefully the calf will turn out spot on.